Coventry 1, Bristol City 0. And this is the beauty of margin for error, isn't it? It was like, oh, okay, Coventry having a bit of a sticky week. Lost to Ipswich in the first game. Midweek round, man advantage, goal advantage, couldn't quite beat Preston. And then you get a little swing. Millwall and Ipswich lose on the same day. And it was a 12-point gap at the start of the, quote, sticky week. At the end of the week, it's a 12-point. And we're talking automatic promotion gap here. Yes, the gap between Coventry and Middlesbrough has been closed up. But you are literally taking now Middlesbrough's best moment of the season and Coventry's worst and putting them together at the same time. My point being is, if I were a Coventry fan, and if you can be bothered to listen to what I have to say, I assume you can because you're here right now listening to what I have to say, you're not looking at the gap from first to second. You're looking at the gap from first to third. And the long-winded, rambly point I'm making is it hasn't changed through the week. It is still a huge 12-point gap. And if you are going to get promoted, you will have games like this where you just have to churn it out. Coventry have had runs and weeks where, you know, smashing in goal after goal, win after win, 2 big win streaks. We had a 5 and a 6 in close proximity with just 1 defeat in between. But here, just get the job done, get the win, get the 3 points. These are the ones that get you over the line. Frankly, it's the muscle memory that carries you through those extra 3-pointers. If you're winning, I don't know, 23, 25, 27, or even more games probably this season in Coventry's example, quite a few of them need to be like this. Efron, Mason, Clark, and yeah, he just forces it over the line in the second half, doesn't he? And you know, in the Championship, in the winter, there's going to be a chance at 1-0, and you might have to rely on your keeper. Big save from Rushworth at the end, which means, and I'm sure Lampard will be most pleased about this, first clean sheet in 6 games for Coventry. And they needed to show this, didn't they? That it can't be just, you know, winning 3-2 and 3-0 and what they've 7-1 and 5-3 and what they've done earlier in the season. You're going to need a fair few 1-0ers where you just get it done. I mean, they could have won by more, but Bristol City, we said, are a dangerous opponent. I predicted Bristol City would get something in this game for the reasons Lampard outlined in his presser, his interviews afterwards, that he knew that the fullbacks were going to go high and that the press, the way Bristol City go man for man and they can counter-attack, means they would get chances in this game. And Coventry had to obviously kind of trust themselves. Struber sounded disappointed. He thought they'd made enough to at least score in this game, which would have guaranteed them a draw. But that's where you need your keeper to stand up. And Rushworth has not only been very good with his feet, has he, this season, but he has stood up for Coventry. He's been an excellent signing in goal. People underestimate how important a goalkeeper is, don't they? They really do. The most misunderstood and least utilised, because there's only 2 of them on the pitch as opposed to 20 outfield players, isn't there? Bristol City, 8 points in 9. So that goes under my 1 point per game kind of rating, points per game relegation form, doesn't it? 8 points in 9. So they're 19th in that period, which has seen them drop from 4th position to 11th, which is quite strange because I do think there's positive things about Bristol City. And this is actually the period where they've got their players back. Some difficult fixtures, obviously, in there, but they need to kind of arrest the slide slightly. They're now 4 points off the playoffs, and we were wondering how much of a bona fide playoff team Bristol City were. Coventry look very, very much the real deal, and we're 2 games now from the halfway point. It'll go quickly because we've got the round before Christmas, round 22, and then it's madness, isn't it? So we won't pause for breath. It'll kind of be 23, 20. It'll be kind of be round 25 before we know it, you know, with the Boxing Day 29th, is it? And then 1st of January. But if they're at halfway with a 12-point promotion gap, you know, it's looking really, 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 really good for Cov.